all the way from Little Rock, Arkansas. Ladies and gentlemen, on the line, I have LAIDBACK. Boom. What up, dude?
What's up? What's up? What's happening? What's happening?
Man, good to talk to you, man. Good to talk to you.
Already, no problem.
Yeah. Definitely dug your music. I want to get into some of your music later on in the interview for sure, because you got lyrics, man. You definitely have lyrics, and sounds like you have a story. So we're going to start at the beginning, man. We're going to go all the way back, and then we'll lead up to where you are today in your life. But tell everybody where you grew up.
I grew up in Little Rock, Arkansas, all my life. No, but I had moved to St. Louis probably like in late '98. But we moved back in like 2001. And like that's when I really got to seeing like all the gang activity and stuff. Like, cause like when I was younger, a kid, I didn't see all that blood and Crip. You know what I'm saying? Back in the '90s. You know, I was a kid in the '90s.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't see all that until like the early 2000s, really. You know what I'm saying? You know, back in Little Rock days, you know, in the '90s, it was bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where you couldn't even probably be outside playing in certain areas. You know, but like, yeah, I grew up in Little Rock, Arkansas. And yeah, like, then what's so crazy, like, this gonna shock you, though, 'cause I know everybody think everybody live in Little Rock in the gang, but everybody in Little Rock not in no gang. Like, I'm not even in the gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, my homeboys, people I grew up with, they in gangs, though, for sure. Because one thing about Little Rock, you gonna have a friend that's in the gang.
Mm-hmm.
But that don't mean you gotta be in the gang, though. Like, you can still be cool, still have friends, still have girls and all that. You ain't got to be no gang member just to be popping like that. Like, you know, this not the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about money, really. That's what it's about, money.
Yep. Well, give us the good, the bad, and the ugly about growing up in Little Rock, Arkansas.
The good and the bad, like, I'm gonna start off with the, like, the bad, really, I feel like this, like, if you grew up, like, in the ghetto out here, like, in the hoods out here, you gon' get into some shit. Can I cuss on here, too?
Of course.
Okay. Like, if you living in the hood in Little Rock, you gonna get into some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna get into some shit, just period, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I don't know, like, me, I done lost a lot of homeboys. Like, it's a lot I can talk about, you know what I'm saying? But it's a lot I ain't gonna say on here either, but I feel like back in the day, like the good back in the day, to me, everybody was fighting back in the day. Everybody was fighting in my time, you know what I'm saying? And you had like in cliques, like you had probably just about like you probably had about 5, 6 dudes, you know what I'm saying, or 10 dudes, and probably one of them probably got a gun, or 2 of them probably got guns, really. All these guns I see now, man, I didn't see none of these guns back in the day. Like, it's crazy. I'm talking about, man, you get into with these young dudes down here, man. You can't little boy in Little Rock. You saw a little boy, these dudes out here, they gonna shoot you. Like, it didn't happen multiple times. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these older dudes, they be thinking that's that same little boy that was riding that bike, playing that video game. That little boy done growed up. You know what I'm saying? He's smelling his nuts now. Like, he not that same little boy, like, when you knew him. So you gotta really respect these young dudes down here, because, like, they're like y'all down here. Like, you trying to little boy them and thinking, oh man, I'm OG, you know what I'm saying? I'm the big homie. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about that. They do not care about that. Now, my generation, we respect the OGs. You know what I'm saying? We don't care if you smoking crack. We just respect the OGs, you know what I'm saying? But the younger generation, man, they don't care. They don't care about your past. They don't care how much money you made, how many bodies you got. They don't care. They do not care. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? But, like, my generation, we respected the OGs or whatever. But, like, the only thing different is, like, Little Rock, like, people were fighting. Of course, you know what I'm saying? Little Rock known for shootings and all that, but back in my time, people were fighting. Like, after high school, that's when guns and shit got involved, really, after high school. Like, in high school, people had guns and shit, but it wasn't a lot of them, though. Everybody was fighting back then in Little Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, kids that's my age, my generation, yeah, they was banging blood and Crip, but they was fighting. They had a problem with each other, they'll fight. They'll fight it out. But after that, after high school, they stopped doing it. Like, they got the shooting. Like, after high school, it got real. Like, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really got real. You know what I'm saying? But down here in Little Rock, it it ain't like it was in the 90s where it's like Bloods and Crips like, oh yeah, he got on all red, man, finna kill dude. He got on all blue, finna go on the shoot down. It ain't like that. It ain't about no colors down here at all. That's dead. That's been dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the same way it is out here. Yeah, definitely. You don't know who you could be standing next to a dude with all skinny jeans, hoop earrings, and hoop in his nose, but he's straight up Pyru or Crip or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. For real, that's how it is down here, though.
Yeah. Well, let's go back to 93, man. 93, Little Rock was the murder capital of the country. This is probably when Little Rock really got on the radar of the rest of the country because they were, in fact, per capita, the murder capital of the country. And for anyone who doesn't know what that means that they're a small town, but for the amount of people that they have in that city, they had a high amount of homicides and violent crimes and things like that,
right.
as compared to a bigger city like Los Angeles or Chicago or Philadelphia with a much bigger population. We're talking per capita. So basically it was really rough back in 93. Talk to me about what you remember just about navigating through Little Rock and what you kind of remember about the streets in 1993.
See, this is why I was in 93. I was probably about 3 or 4 years old. So what I remember, like, I remember back in them times, like, I don't know, I had on probably like some like blue outfit or something. My mom like, nah, they got too much blue in it. Cause I guess where I was living in at the time probably was a blood neighborhood, probably. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know nothing about gangs when I was 3, 4 years old. I ain't learned to after, like, years later when I got older. But I guess it's like you couldn't just wear certain colors. Like, that's all I remember. Like, you couldn't just wear certain colors. You know what I'm saying? But I was a kid, so I ain't like 93 from my knowledge. From what my people told me, it was bad. It was too bad. Like, it got real bad. From my knowledge. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
When was the first time?
Documentary, it's a lot of...
Go ahead.
Pardon me?
Go ahead.
Not just like that documentary, everybody's still living off that documentary, but there's a lot of things in that documentary they didn't tell people. You know what I'm saying? See, they didn't tell people, like, in certain areas in Little Rock, some of them, they want some cameramen coming to their projects. Like, they couldn't come to certain areas in Little Rock. See, Bangin' Little Rock, it could have been bigger than what it was. They didn't go to all the neighborhoods, really. Like, a lot of neighborhoods they didn't go to because a lot of them didn't want some cameramen out there like this. He got real like this 92, 93, so they probably got a lot of shit going on out there. So they see these dudes with these cameras, they might think they the feds or something. So they like, then I think they was the feds. Matter of fact, they was the police. Because everybody that was on the documentary, they got charged, you know what I'm saying, after the documentary came out. Yeah. If you see the beginning of Bangin' Little Rock, the first Bangin' Little Rock, the ending, I think all of them, everybody that was on that camera got jammed up. Yeah, everybody on that camera, I believe, got jammed up. So yeah, man. So that was a shocker, like, but a lot of them people on there, like, you know what I'm saying, a lot of them changed their lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, some you'll still see in the streets around here. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I ain't like them white people that was on there, like, we never seen them in Little Rock, never.
The one that was claiming GD, I believe.
Yeah, we never seen them around in Little Rock. Like, I never seen them. We didn't know where they was from in Little Rock. We didn't know where they was from. So we like, they can't be from Southwest because you know what I'm saying?
They did look a little extra. Looking back at it, they did like they were putting a little extra on it when they were stacking and talking amongst each other. It just didn't. That part of it didn't seem authentic.
And I ain't gonna lie, the city, I'm gonna be real, everybody from Little Rock, we do not like that part. We fast forward that part.
Yeah, I think I do too.
We fast forward that part
Dre
now.
And all that shit, it just doesn't seem right to me.
Yeah. Now, when they go on Wolf, go to that Crip Hood, yeah, that's the real, you know what I'm saying? That's the real Little Rock. Now, when he go there to that park and everything, yeah, that's official. Like, everybody on there was official for real. Everybody on there. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of them changed their lives or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all you probably still see out here. You know what I'm saying? But they mind their business, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you something about people in Little Rock. We don't be like, ain't you that dude from Bangin' Little Rock? We don't say that. We just see them and, you know what I'm saying? Because some of them, you can't even approach like this. Oh, well, you want Bangin' Little Rock? Like, nah, you cannot approach them like that because some of them, they about their life. You can't approach them like this. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I had one of them was my neighbor. Like, it was a female on there. I ain't gonna say her name, but it was a female that was on there. She was my neighbor. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't find out till, like, a couple of months later. I'm like, that's that girl that was on Bangin' Little Rock, man. That's her. You know what I'm saying? but she mind her business. You know what I'm saying? She didn't bother nobody, and you wouldn't even know it's her unless you just paid attention. Like you be like, man, that's her. Like you know what I'm saying? But she mind her business and she ain't bother nobody. But or that people in Little Rock, when we see them, we ain't like, oh yeah, ain't you on? Nah, we see them, but oh, that's such and such, and that's it.
Yeah.
Now people out of state, they might get starstruck or whatever, but nah, you can't really approach some of these people that's on the documentary because they realize like a lot of them probably paranoid and can't know who you is. You feel me?
Or that life is behind them and they just don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah, because a lot of them don't like that Bangin Little Rock spotlight. Really, a lot of them don't. Like I said, I done seen a few of them that was on that documentary. I done seen a lot of them in person. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't know them person, but I done seen them. Like, oh, okay, that's such and such. That's that dude that was on Bangin Little Rock. But I'm not gonna just walk up on them and be like, oh, yeah, ain't you? Nah, Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we don't do that.